Welcome, everyone. Today, I am thrilled to be here with my good friend and colleague, Melvin Crawley. I love this guy. Melvin walks the talk. Melvin believes in multiple streams of income, and he is doing it. Melvin has restaurants, funeral homes, plus he's an online marketer, a digital marketer. He's a network marketer, affiliate marketer. This guy is crushing it. Melvin, welcome. It's great to have you here today.
Thank you. So thank you for inviting me. And it's an honor to be on your show. And this is our second interview, and was so looking forward to just spending time with you again because we had an awesome time last time.
We did absolutely. And so, Melvin, I want you to answer this question for me. What the heck is going on in the industry? It's like a dumpster fire, right? It's like, wait, I wrote a little list. First of all, we'll do an update on the whole Now site thing that happened last week where they all of a sudden said they were going to stop paying affiliates. But this is just a little snippet, right? Modere shut their doors down several weeks ago. Prove It sold to Herbalife. Rodan and Fields, Send Out Cards, which is now Promptings, Color Street. Those are just a couple of the companies who went from network marketing to an affiliate marketing model, totally changed their comp plan. Isagenix changed its comp plan last week. I don't know exactly what happened with that, but they totally changed their comp plan. Like, what the heck is going on, Melvin? You tell me, because I don't know.
So, just from my experience, two of those companies affected me. One was Modere. I was earning with them for it's nearly 8 years now. So, Modere and an outside. So, what I have seen with a lot of these companies is this is just my little take on it, but a lot of the companies they make decisions that are only good for them. So a
Mhm.
lot of times when you join companies and you pledge your loyalty to them, that's why Gloria always says make sure you have multiple streams because
Yeah.
these companies get to a point to where they want to have ownership of your Facebook page and they want to tell you you can't do this, you can't do that, but all of a sudden they shut down. And what I'm seeing now is I think I'm just seeing the effects of just years and years of companies like not doing what they're supposed to do, reducing the quality of their products, reducing the quality of their back office, laying off people, and not wanting to really be loyal to the affiliates and make money. So I think once they get comfortable, they just don't want to put any more money in to develop. And so a lot of times that's why you have to protect yourself, as me and Gloria say, you have to layer your income so if something goes awry, then you're not caught off guard.
Yeah. I didn't realize you were in Modera, so sorry about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, what the heck happened last week with NowSite? I'm a NowSite affiliate, but I'm not doing a whole lot. But you had quite a lot of people that were in NowSite. That's my understanding, right? So tell us what happened with NowSite last week.
So I'm going to give you guys a rundown. And unfortunately, I was not able to do this with Modere. And I said, the next company that shut down, we're going to make it right. So I have been with Nowsite for 5 years. I was actually a trainer for them. Not only a trainer, but I actually did some of their presentations. And I have put in 1,500 affiliates over that course of 5 years and just stuck with them. I didn't want to go too much. I wanted to go what I can handle and 1,500 and the team grew through maybe 3 or 4 thousand affiliates and over the years now I started dissipating and they brought on a new owner and that owner was Mr. Eric Ward. When they
Yeah.
brought on the owner, um, the affiliates are what carried Nowsite from royalty to Nowsite. There were people who pledged literally their loyalty and their lives to Nowsite. They weren't even looking at any funnel builder. And you know what? I was the same person. I didn't look at anything else. And so over the years and the time, Nowsite started taking on more corporate accounts and started cutting the affiliate programs. Then they started raising their prices. Then customer service started dropping. And then it went from decent customer service to barely any customer service. And then what they did was all of a sudden move. They had the affiliate program available, and they decided to on Monday take it out back and just shoot it in the head. What I mean by that is that with no warning, no
Yeah.
preparation, they send us on emergency Zoom and they said we're going to end the affiliate program and we're not going to pay out any commissions that you guys earn. If you have money in your wallets, that's going to be lost. And what
Wow. But they
happened?
actually said that because I didn't get an invite to that call. I guess
They
I'm
said
not big
that.
enough affiliate.
They called us and they said that they were not going to pay us our money in our wallet. And
Wow.
so that struck a chord with me. And so,
Yeah, hello, me too.
and um, what really happened was I think for the first time in the industry, um, we as affiliates just said no, this is not right because we had people that had their mortgage money in there. They didn't know how they want to pay the mortgage. It was coming up. Hey, where I'm going to get my mortgage from? I mean, even though it's people who have other jobs, they depend on parts of their income. You can't take
Sure,
$300 a month from someone who has been using it for babysitting. You can't take $1,500 a month from someone who is paying mortgage. You just can't cut their money instantly that they know it's theirs. And so we thought that was wrong. So we reached out, I reached out to the CEO and just asked him to please reconsider and just try to appeal to him. And he said his hands were tied and he couldn't with his corporate partners. So, folks, what we did was we said, not today. I got on a Zoom. We had maybe 100 people on there, and I simulcast it. And the affiliate started tagging Eric Worre, and bit by bit, they know the one way you get to a company, the one way you can get to a company to change is you have to think business wise. You have to have a business strategy. Complaining, not going to do anything. FTC
right.
takes too long. Where do you hit a company where it hurts to get them to comply? You hit their payment processor. I hate to do that. I'm a businessman, and sometimes honest people or honest transactions, some people will claim fraud just because they don't feel like paying. I hate to do that, but when you're left to either I can't pay my mortgage or do something drastic, what are you going to do? So that was what the Zoom the meeting that we had live was about making sure that they did anything necessary to get their money. And I think now sites saw this trend as very damaging to them continuing on the corporate side. Their corporate partners, such as Herbalife, they wouldn't want to do business with them if they found that their payment process got shut down because they took money from affiliates. So we were just standing on business, and we wanted was, I mean, I understand business is business. Sometimes you transition, but you have to treat people right. You have to pay people what you owe them. I don't understand these companies. If
Absolutely.
we did business and you brought these customers, you have to pay them what you owe. And so that's mainly what we wanted. And um, we stood up as a united front, and the CEO has committed to paying us what he owes us. So that was a victory for us in our industry. So I'm very, very happy we were able to get that. And hopefully that is a model for any company that tries that, because that is not a great thing to do.
So now site is now going to pay anybody this month, but then next month the affiliate program is gone. Is that what the
Yeah.
story is, Melvin?
Yeah, the affiliate program is gone. NowSite will no longer have an affiliate program. They shut that down last Monday. So if you have pending commissions, anything from April, they'll pay you, but you are not going to be able to make anything from May because they have removed your affiliate links out of the back office. Now, credit to them. If you do have at least a few people there, you will get your NowSite for free, but you will not be able to make money off of it anymore. And the hurting thing about that is some of the corporate partners that were introduced by myself and a few others that had big accounts. And so it's like we lose that money and they keep it all. So when you look at things like that, you're like, man, it just makes you think like, do I really want to do I really want to plant a flag in anything?
Yeah, right? I know. Well, I keep asking myself that question, right? With everything that's going on now, you know, they're not being loyal to us.
Mhm.
So why should we be loyal to them, right?
Yeah. And I tell people this. A lot of people say, man, it's so hard to promote like multiple things. Well, if you do it in a tactful, correct way, if you are building your list and you're looking for the needs, just take a look at Walmart. Look how many different products they serve. So, what I started to get this realization, and I think God kind of brought this to my attention and my spirit, is that you guys are the platform. If you want to carry a weight loss pill from one company and a coffee from another, you're the platform, right? Because no one company is going to have everything that you need. So the thing is figuring out how to become that platform and become that Walmart, right? You don't want people just leaving you because you can't satisfy them. So you want to be able to carry products that fits the needs of your followers or fit the needs of the people that are around you. Now, I'm not saying that if you've never done insurance, you should become an insurance agent, or you should become a real estate agent. We don't want to go far fetched, but things that are in your niche. In network marketing, we have very specific niche. We have health and wellness, we have tools, and we have discount programs, and we have those things that you can do on that framework where you're trained and you're not having to go into a whole licensed profession. That's pretty much your playground. And so, Gloria and myself, we've adopted that model, and that model has served me well because when NowSite closed down, I was able to find another tool system to have people, roll into. And I've always kept my 3 or 4 different types of niches because everybody doesn't need to lose weight, but some people may need to save. Everybody doesn't need to save, but some people need a tool for their insurance business or the real estate business. So you just want to be in a position to where you can maximize your offerings because if a person meets with you, you just don't want to have one option. You just want to feel them out and see what they need. And you might intend to sell them one thing, but their need might end up having you offer them 3 or 4 things. I've had people sign up for 4. I had one person sign up for 4 things under $100.
Yeah, it works, right?
It does.
Excuse me.
But you just
Well,
have to
and
position you have to position yourself in a professional manner. Like you have to just position yourself as a problem solver. So you don't want to post all this stuff on your social media, but you just want to be able to gather the interest of people and segment them correctly so you can then satisfy their need.
absolutely. And what I've found, Melvin, is when you have a core group of people who know, like, and trust you, they follow you. I say this all the time. It is so much easier to make let's say $2,500 a month from 4 different companies than to make $10,000 a month from one company.
It
Do you agree with
is.
that?
I agree with that because what happens is once you get up into that high mark in those companies, um, they feel like they want to take ownership of your social media. So you stay on the low end, you ride low enough to get some beginning recognition, but I'm never going to be in that top echelon of companies that just want to take over. But I agree with Gloria. I think it is. I mean, even if you're making 500 here, and it generally will go like, okay, 500 here, 1,000 there, 300 here, maybe another 1,500 there, and you just kind of work on where you work on. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think what you just said, Gloria, it is should be the blue chip standard for network marketers.
Absolutely. Let's say you've got, let's start small. Let's say you've built an email list of 2,500 people, and let's say you've really built a relationship with those 2,500 people. We're not talking about an email list of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Let's say you're getting going and you've got an email list of 2,500 people. Well, maybe out of that email list of 2,500 people, you've got 50 to 100 people who are your absolute loyal followers. Well, if you're bringing them value and you're offering them various different ways to make money, one person's going to resonate with one thing, another person's going to resonate with maybe 2 or 3 things. But this is how if you're only promoting one thing to those 2,500 people, that's all you can make money on, right? But if
Mm-hmm.
you're taking, whatever it is, 4 or 5 things that you really believe in, that you feel provide value, then you can, double, triple, quadruple your income. So, and, we just don't know. We might think that, oh, this company is rock solid. They've been around forever. Well, hello, Rodan and Fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
Send out cards. Send out cards been around forever.
Yeah,
Now they're still there, but just like Rodan and Fields, they changed their
they cut the
compensation
model.
plan to
Yep.
an affiliate program. So, we think we're safe and we're just not, right?
Yeah, you're never safe. And if you my video, I think I had the most views of a Modere video at 90,000 views when I did mine. That was 6 years ago, and I just lived off the video. So it wasn't like I was in the Zooms. It was just I got those customer commissions, and that was all I wanted. And I never wanted to be anything higher or go with the super tight rank. I just wanted to stay in a place to where I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. And I think now looking back, that was a good decision because look at them. I mean, people are hurting.
Yeah. And they didn't just change the comp plan, they're gone.
They're
So,
gone.
yeah.
Checks
So
are gone. I
Melvin,
got a little letter in the mail from them. I got to open up and it's probably nothing, just whatever. But yeah, it happens, folks. You protect yourself.
yep. So Melvin, what do you think of network marketing versus affiliate programs? Do you have a preference? What do you think?
So here's what I think. Um, I think that there should be a mix because I got this thing called profit lifestyle efficiency. This is how I live my life. I don't believe that you should just be a consumer of every single thing in your house. If you do that, what happens is you're creating an expense. But let's say if you're a consumer slash affiliate or consumer slash network marketer, there are going to be some brands that you might can be a both, like in Amazon. I have a lot of stuff from Amazon. I don't make buku money on Amazon, but I make enough on Amazon to cover what I spend. And by us doing this, if we adopt this lifestyle, and hopefully I'm got this weird dream to change the world, but if we as people realize how money works, money goes in, money goes out, money goes in, money goes out, we need to start kind of categorizing that and saying, okay, I just spent $100 at Amazon. Can I make $100 back from Amazon? What happens is you can start to break even on some of your expenses. If you do this throughout little affiliate things, as Gloria was talking about, then it doesn't have to be huge. I don't want people to think, man, I didn't make $1,000. I'm not successful. If you made $50 and you spend $50, you're successful. It's about
Absolutely.
being in the black, not going into the red. So if we could just imagine, hey, let me just break even, or maybe if I make $5 extra, a lot of times if you're in a company and you're covering your expenses, then you're winning. So I want you guys to take that as a win for you. Don't be discouraged if you see someone making millions of or thousands of dollars. Just look at your situation and say, "Hey, man, you know what? I was able to cut about 4 or 5 expenses just through affiliate commissions." So I think that's the new way that I'm thinking going forward, Gloria.
I like that. Now, what do you look for in a company, Melvin? When you're looking at them and you're saying, should I join this? Shouldn't I join this? What do you look for?
So for me, a company has to have, 3 base things. Those 3 base things is number one, they have to have a product or service that is in demand by the public. If it's not in demand,
Mhm.
it's going to be extremely hard for you to sell. So, for
Yeah.
instance, there was a wine MLM. It's just not. It's too much of a competition in demand. So again, you want to have something that's very high in demand that millions of people want. Number two, you want to have something where the competition is not too stiff. If you run into too much competition, they have to have a something that separates them from something. So you need to have that. And last but not least is making sure the company has done its due diligence. You don't want any gray areas that might be a little scary in certain industries. And so you want to make sure that the company has done its due diligence. And a lot of companies now, FDA, things that would
Mhm.
have you, they might not have done that because those things are going to give you the best chance to number one be successful, but number two not be in something that's here today, going tomorrow. Because the worst thing you want to do is invite people to a company and you didn't do your due diligence, and it's some type of quick get rich crypto scam thing, and they're closed the next day. So I think those are the 3 top things that you want to search for because it's just things that just give you the best chances to build it. Now, could a company shut down? Yes, but you just want to do your research and you want to let your crowd or your followers know, hey, I've done the research. It fits those 3 things. Great product, very little competition, and they have all their P's and Q's dotted, or I's and T's crossed or whatever.
Yeah. And Melvin, how important do you think momentum and timing are?
I think momentum. So it's going to depend on that. Actually, is going to depend on literally the person sometimes. So if you are a
Yeah.
person that has a massive list and they're dedicated to you, like maybe you're Gloria, timing will help Gloria, and momentum will help Gloria. But even if she misses that timing, she can create it with the list. But if you are a person that doesn't have that big list and you have a great leader to follow, momentum is very important because a lot of people say, "Oh, things get too saturated." No, you want other big leaders talking great about a company you're going into. You don't want to get into something and no one's mentioning it on Facebook, no one's mentioning on YouTube, and you're like the first person or the only person. They're like, "Oh, this ain't that popular." So you want to be able to catapult off of momentum. So it's very important when you see big leaders that are getting into something and they're talking about it because that gives what you are talking about more credibility.
Absolutely. Well, you and I were involved in something, where you and I and several other people, we had a
Yep.
bunch of momentum going and we were feeding off each other and I was interviewing
Mm-hmm.
you and I was interviewing the other guys I mean that momentum made a difference and then things happened and the momentum just absolutely
Yeah.
fizzled out and died.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So yeah, I think timing and momentum. I mean, they're extremely good at being able to propel you faster than you normally would if it didn't have it, and also recognizing when stuff just gets dry. Like I don't care how good you are, if it's dry, it's dry.
Yep. Isn't that true? So what are the hottest trends right now in your mind?
So in my mind, what I've been seeing is I'm looking at 2025 and I'm saying, okay, what are people really looking for? So we're in a time to where our economy is the most expensive it's ever been. Groceries has never been higher than they have now. And so the thing that the masses are needing is they're needing some type of savings. So any type of savings program, I think, is a really good trend. Anywhere you can save people where they're not having to adjust is good. I think another great thing is, and it's going to always be a trend. We're right smack dab in the middle of the health and wellness trend. So people are trying to still lose weight to get in that swimsuit. So I think trends in health and wellness are great. I think they mentioned the different products that are coming out with science. So you have GLP-1 stuff, you have AMPK stuff, you have all these different types of sciences. So that's appealing. Anti-aging is going to always be great. So I think that's where mainly we're going to. And now, Gloria, with all these shutting downs of companies, people are now looking at tools like, okay, I need to promote three things at once. So you're going to have tools and you're going to have to brand yourself. So a lot of people are using company pages. I've always been against using that because you're putting the company before you and you want to put you before the company. Again, you need to put your first name and last name before your company, and it should be Gloria presenting this opportunity, or it should be Edward Anderson presenting this opportunity, or Elaine presenting this. And this way you're branding because a lot of people will start watching you to see your reviews and to see how you go through this company and how you handle business. So start putting yourself first. Like you're the brand, you're the platform. You carry what you want. Don't let these companies bully you.
Absolutely. What do you think about the millions of crypto deals that are out there, Melvin?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of crypto out there. There's some safe, there's some not, but I think right now, crypto, it can be great if things are followed, but I think some people are just scared of it right now because there's just a lot of uncertainty with crypto. And if you don't follow it, the average person who is older that's not into it, they may get into it, they may not get into it. But if you find a really good crypto deal that's been really solid, again, you just make sure that you have to protect yourself. Make sure you're using, make sure you know where your money is going, or make sure you have a very, a decent platform, and make sure things are backed. And again, it's kind of hard because you want decentralized platforms because the government is trying to tax you. So it's a lot of. I think if you're going to go into crypto, you need to do your research before just jumping in blindly, and just be safe with your money, and treat it as if it's have some type of loss strategy. So again, never do anything more than you can afford to lose. I don't want to see people putting their mortgage into it. No, I mean, if you're going to do some crypto, treat it like the money that you're going to take at the casino. Not saying you're going to lose it, but
Absolutely.
have that mentality. So if something goes wrong, you're not hurt.
Yeah. Totally. And Melvin, you answered that question incorrectly. You said if you find a really good crypto deal that's really solid and you really know it, the answer to that is you tell me, Melvin. Okay, you tell me because I have yet to find a crypto deal. You know, I found a lot that I thought were really solid,
Mhm.
that I thought were really good, and I can tell you that there is not one crypto deal left that I've been involved in or that, I was aware of that I never got involved in. None of them are left anymore, not
No.
one. And I'm talking a bunch of them. So I don't know how you really truly know what's a good crypto deal. I wish I knew the answer to that because if I knew the answer to that, I'd probably be rich.
Well, the only thing I can say is if a company gives like a solid company, let's say it's a big company, if they give the option to pay and get paid in crypto, that might be a cool deal. I've had companies that prefer to be paid in crypto more so than cash, and that was pretty much before the presidency took place, and the crypto that I was paid actually doubled. I'm like, wow. So in some cases, I mean, like I said, I treat it like I would the casino. So,
Yeah,
and you're right. I have not seen any pure crypto deal that is still standing right now. They've all crumbled.
yeah. Sadly, very sadly.
Be
So
careful. it's
yeah, yeah,
it's a wild
exactly.
west out here.
Yeah, it is the Wild West, right?
Hmm.
It's the wild, it's even the Wild West in the health and wellness world. We didn't know that, but now we do,
It
right? The
is.
whole thing is the Wild West.
It is. You just have to pay close attention. So I mean, the main theme that and I'm glad I'm able to talk to your crowd is just be mindful of the power that you have as people. You do not have to let these companies say, if a company tells you, hey, you can't post this on social media, you can't post that, leave them, because
Yeah,
they're going to tell you what you can't do, and then they're going to shut down. So you want to have a company. I mean, obviously, no cross recruiting. That's not acceptable anywhere. But you want to have the ability to promote other things, because these companies are not going to pay your bills when they shut down, and you're going to still need to find additional sources of income. And like Gloria said, you have people on your list that have more wants than what you're offering. So, like I said, I'm not saying go broke and join everything, but be strategic and think about, write down a few things that you see a need. I mean, go on your Facebook page and ask people, hey, what are the top 5 things that could make your life better right now? And just see what they say. Like, go on your crowd. Hey guys, I am here to serve the public. I just want to know, give me your top 5 things that would make your life better today. See what your crowd says. And if they give you a top 5 that matches, then you have to sit down and you have to just sort it and say, okay, this is what my crowd wants. And I found this, I found that. And then you go back on your Facebook page and say, hey guys, you guys gave me the top 5 things that you like. And I'm going to do a Zoom tomorrow and show you how I can help solve those problems. That's how you do it the right way. That's how you do it in a way that it's authentic and it doesn't seem like you're trying to get over on anybody. Up, you muted. I don't know why.
sorry
There you go.
about that. If our listeners and viewers want to find out more about you, what's the best way to find out more about you and what you're up to these days, Melvin?
Yeah, just so I go on my YouTube channel. I mean, I basically just I'm trying to go every day. I just talk about things going on in the industry. I talk about just how people can just better themselves, and I also just share mentors that I have. I do a lot of sharing of mentors. I've had a lot of mentors in my life. One of them you might know is Cedric Harris,
Hmm.
very big mentor of mine. Really was responsible for my integration into the online world. So, like I said, Gloria's a great mentor. So you guys are very fortunate to have her here. She's gonna she's gonna tell you exactly what's going on. She has her finger on the pulse of everything. So you guys are very, very fortunate to have such a great mentor and such a person that is not going to be, I say this: you want someone that is loyal to you. Gloria is loyal to you. She's not loyal to a company. A company can't pay her enough to show disloyalty to you. So when she is giving you advice or showing you something, she's saying it in a way you can protect yourself. Because guys, we're in a time frame where the income has to be layered. You have to layer your income. And so we say multiple streams. I'm looking at layers. If one goes down, I still have 3 or 4 more to hold me until I find something else. And that's the world that we live in. So protect yourselves, be kind to one another. Don't get into politics on social media, if I can give you that. Just let everyone go their own way. Politics is something that hurts business, and just be there to serve. You are a if you're an entrepreneur, you're here to serve the public. Listen to what the public wants and do your best to try to provide a solution.
Absolutely. Melvin, thank you so much. This has been absolutely positively invaluable. I love your honesty and your heart that you come with to everyone. And I know that you also are such an incredible mentor and leader to your tribe. So thank you from the
Thank
bottom
you.
of my heart for being here today. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.